something very exciting because it's your turn to talk about something that I personally love, but it's the Kevin Kubota imaging tools. We had to beg him to give us stuff. It was hard, but he decided that we were worth it. So tell us a little bit about imaging tools.
So we have, some of you might know, I've been creating tools for photographers for many, many years. We have Photoshop Actions, we have presets, we've got educational material.
Really good books.
Really
good books.
Templates,
Very cool books.
All kinds of good stuff. And so we're going to give away a bunch of that stuff to you too. There's some samples of some of the looks you can create with either our Lightroom presets or the Photoshop Actions, which you can run via our dashboard or just as traditional actions as well.
Very cool. So let's pretend like I know nothing, because we already know that's true. So it's not
hard to pretend.
Not hard to pretend.
It's not a stretch.
Exactly. No. So tell me, first of all, what are actions and tools? And I mean, what is this? What does this do for me? Let's say I'm a Photoshop user and I just started photography. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
So how's this going to benefit me?
Well, I think one of my favorite stories, it kind of illustrates that. True story. I was at WPI a few years ago, and when we had a booth there and we were selling our products, and a couple came up to me and they said, "We want to thank you." And I said, "Well, you're welcome." I don't know what. And they said,
free thanks.
"I'll take that." They said, "We bought your stuff a year ago, or your actions. We were just kind of starting our business, and we worked at it for a couple of years. It wasn't really going where we wanted it to. We got your stuff. We started using everything you have." And this past year, after 1 year of using this and incorporating it into our business, we were able to buy 2 new cars and a new house.
Jeez.
And
Can I have your actions? I want the car actions.
This is absolutely true. I'm not making this up, and it blew me away. I'm like, well, obviously it's not me, but they said, no, really, we because we used your things, we improved the look of our images, our sales went through the roof. So that was, again, starting for a very beginner perspective, going from a beginner's perspective, but now it's kind of common knowledge that you need to do something beautiful to your images, and whether you're doing it in Photoshop or in Lightroom. A lot of people just use Lightroom now, and that's fine too. You need to do something, because clients expect them to look more artistic than straight out of the camera. They just expect that, and they will pay more for it, and that's the cool thing.
Absolutely. And this is, I was teasing you about begging you to give stuff, but the truth is, Kevin is probably one of the most humble people I have ever met. I mean, he's always, he downplays everything, and people just don't, I'm sure you have an incredible fan base, and everybody realizes how giving and generous you are, but the reality is, we didn't have to beg him. Kevin doesn't want to make this, you don't want to make the show all about you, and I totally get that, but here's my argument. I feel like, why wouldn't we show something that is going to save you time, that is going to put more money in your bottom pocket?
I think she needs to stop now. She can put money in my bottom. That's at the dancing later on tonight.
Hashtag money in my bottom. That's what. So obviously, to me, it makes sense to share these things. I use them. You obviously use them. You get people to use them. And I believe you just said you were guaranteeing 2 cars. And what was the other thing you promised people? A new house and 2 cars if you use his actions. So how could you lose?
But you got to use mine and only mine exclusively for 364 days.
No, but the reality is, we want to share with you things that are absolutely going to help your business. And really and truly, this product really does. So give us some hints. We just need some little. What are your favorite? What is your favorite thing to use? Or just give us like a 2-second hint on how we can make these easier to use, or how it works.
Well, I do use Lightroom a lot. A lot of people use Lightroom, so of course, you still have to use Photoshop and use my actions in Photoshop, but those are mostly the heavier retouching things. We have nice retouching tools as well as just color enhancing, black and whites, conversions. But I try to do a lot of my work in Lightroom now because I think that saves a lot of time.
I agree.
So I just throw those presets on there in Lightroom, send it to Photoshop if I need a little more help. But I can get through my workflow so much faster by knowing, and we have presets. Some of the people have been using our actions for years, and they want presets that would kind of give them similar kind of look. So we have some that are very similar, but also very different because there's things that you just can't do.
So Lightroom is preset, actions are Photoshop.
Exactly.
Is that correct? Just so people know, if you have one or the other, if you only have Lightroom or you only have Photoshop, hopefully you have both because you kind of need them both. But you would want, and do the packages come? Like you buy the Lightroom presets and then the Photoshop presets separately?
You can get whatever you want. They have small packages you can get in for as little as $29 or something like that.
And where can we get these?
KubotaImageTools.com.